resurrection of the Dark Dragon. Let's continue from where we left off. Chapter 3. Alright, so let's go back to where we came out at. Because I did not go into any of these buildings. We just came from over there. So we want to go in here. This is the guy, I think, that makes our medicine. I'm the famous Statla, medicine maker for 40 years. Do you want something? Ah, this is indeed the Moonstone. Yes, yes it is. I'll start making the lunar dew right away. There! With this, you'll be able to save Lord Zylo. There! With this, you'll be able to save Lord Zylo. We got the lunar dew. Good thing, we needed the lunar dew. I beg of you, please help Zylo. See, that's Diane's mother. Okay, now I'll open the doors to the cell. Are you sure you're ready? Yes, let's do this. Am I gonna have to fight Zylo first? Oh! Zylo's a wolf! Ah, what do you want from me? I mean, I can't use that voice. Holy cow, that'll hurt by the end of the night. Go away. Leave me alone, or I'll tear you apart. Listen to us. I just want you to take this medicine. Stop it! Stay away from me! Lord Zylo, please, try to be strong. You are the Forest King. Bust Oak was built under your strong leadership. It's where the forest people call home. Everyone is worried about you. Think of them. Their feelings must mean something to you. Zylo, mighty king of the forest, do not fall into the hands of evil. Be strong. You're right. Give it to me. Hurry, the medicine. Perry poured the lunar dew down Zylo's throat. Ugh. That was a cool sound. Lord Zylo. Don't worry, Diane. I'll be all right. Just give me a moment. Are you the one known as Perry? Yes, that's right. I'm Perry. But how do you know my name? I heard about you in a letter from Lord Otrant of Manarina. A long time ago, my life was saved by that great wizard. Lord Otrant told me to help the Shining Force in any way I could. To think, you ended up saving me instead. Oh, the indignity. Allow me to repay you in some small way. From here on, I'll fight with you. Diane, let's fight together. You know I can help. Yes, Lord Zylo. Zylo, we got a cool wolf guy now. We gotta find out what wolf guy does. If you're fighting in the forest, I'm sure I can be of service. Just give me a call. Can't remember what was in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, these guys. Oh, this guy has climbed up now. Boken. Greetings, I'm Boken, the great adventurer. I did it at last. I climbed this mountain. Oh, it feels really great. Why don't you have a go? How about I don't have a go, actually? I'm gonna go back over and check these. One of these I thought led to something. Nope. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, this man wants to talk to me? Come in! I may not look this sort, but I study ancient history. I heard this from Diane. She said that you had a treasure called the lightsaber stolen by Runefaust. I heard a legend a long time ago about 2 swords left behind by the gods. One of these swords is called the lightsaber. Well, that was helpful. Thanks, guy. I remember that. Okay, this is what I wanted to come here for. I was thinking we're looking for somebody who knows how to operate a machine. Because back at the very first castle, there's a machine hiding a treasure. Kokichi's helper. Kokichi's been researching how to fly for years and years. I've been working as his assistant for ages, which makes me pretty amazing too. Or is that a bit big-headed? Maybe a little bit. So is this guy a duck? Oh no, it's just a guy in it's Sid! That's this game's Sid! Attach bolt B to... Hey, you! Keep your grubby little hands off my tools! I'm sorry. It's just, I've never seen a machine like this before. You're not from around here, are you? I've just finished my new creation. It took 50 years to perfect. The more people watching, the better. You ought to watch too. Hooded Squirrel, good evening. How are you doing tonight? Go outside and wait. I'll show you just what this thing is capable of. Watch closely. Here I go! Whoa, he really made a flying machine. Master! Another flop. Well, that's too bad. Kokichi's useless, wasting his time on research as if he could fly. So that makes me useless too. Or am I being defeatist? Okay. Oh yes, I forgot I was holding on to this for Mr. Kokichi. He wanted me to give it to you. Oh, we got a Kokichi card. Is it useless, like Kokichi? Alright, she used to be blocking this path. Oh, here we go. Another battle. Victory conditions. Destroy all enemies and get to the lone bridge. Clear bonus in 15 turns, you get... Wow! If we can clear it in 15 turns, 2,000 gold. That's pretty good. That which you see over there is known as the Pale Bridge. Across the Pale Bridge lies the Pale Plain. Runefaust will do anything to slow our progress. In the forest, knights cannot move so quickly. The Birdmen and I will go first and take the enemy by surprise. Leave it to us. When it comes to a sky battle, nothing can defeat us. Let's get going, Diane. Yes, Lord Zylo. Make sure you don't get too spread out, or you'll be sitting ducks. Turn 1. There we go. Since they're the ones who turned him into a werewolf in the first place. Yeah, that does it. Zylo found a Power Lance and got the Pegasus Knight card. And we got 2,000 gold coins. Perry, we have defeated all of the enemies, but I fear the enemy may be amassing even greater forces at Pale Bridge. We can always go back to Bustoke and re-equip. I am going to go back to town and save before we cross the bridge. When the old guy warns you that you should go back to town and prepare, you should go back to town and prepare. If more people in horror movies would heed the warning of the old man, they would live longer. You needn't fear flying enemies as long as I'm around. I'll strike them all down. In Bustoke, where I was born, there are many families of beastmen like Zylo. While you're here, I may as well tell you about what I know about them. Tales of the beastmen whose remaining numbers are few. Basically, the beastmen are halfway between humans and beasts. They're sort of go-betweens for people and nature. A bit like spirits, really. The archers just hang out together? Sorry, but if you're after a new kind of fortune-telling, I'm still practicing. He's not going to move his dialogue options along until he joins the party. At night, we all slept together in one room. In summer, it was a bit hot, but in winter, we would keep each other warm. It wasn't cold at all, and it was great fun, all of us together. Yes, it was so much fun living at the church. Well, it was until... They said the Cerberus hadn't been killed, but died from an injury or illness. They said my parents had fled too scared to fight the monster. That's why their bodies had never been found, why they didn't return to the village. That was the story. It made me feel awful. I tried to ignore it, but I could never have guessed who had started the rumor. I was forbidden from leaving the castle, so I had to draw people instead. My father, the king, ministers, maids, knights, I drew them all. At first, people were glad to be drawn by me, but I pestered them too much, and after a while, they would all run away when they saw me coming. After that, I would just paint cats. Dog was not going to talk to me. Some more old Birdman spells. The don't buy things you don't need spell. Here's what you say. Abracadabra, withhold the gold. Chant this at night before you go to sleep. Vern was alive many hundreds of years ago now. From the moment he was born, he had unusually large wings. It's said that from the moment he hatched from his egg, he could fly freely. From when he was a young boy, Vern only ever thought of one thing. Higher, faster. He thought only about flying. When I talk to you, I start to feel a bit odd. I think I'd better try to avoid talking to you from now on. Sorry, just joking. Don't take it seriously. We werewolves were born to fight. Being on the battlefield is what we love most. Sorry, I don't have much to say. That's okay, you don't have to say much because you do all of your talking with your fists. Let's carry on with our conversation another time. This guy's just hungry. Ooh, I'm starving. I want to get some Whirl watermelon parfait down me. If that's off, a Whirl strawberry sundae will do. Yep, I'm starving. His voice has changed every single night. The laser eye's power was overwhelming. The knights could not approach the enemy. But if they gave up, the thieves would use the threat of the laser eye and attack the villages again. So my father came up with a plan. It went like this. As you might know, the giant kraken is a huge squid-like monster. Its mouth alone is big enough to swallow an entire ship, and its tentacles are as long as half the Rune continent. This monster sent both ships hurtling to the bottom of the ocean in an instant. Oh, the laser eye. You're getting some nasty enemies now, aren't you? The laser eye is a super weapon of incredible power, but it has a weakness. It needs time to build up energy to fire. That's your chance to strike. Also, let me add something about promotion. You should think especially carefully if you're going to promote a mage. Try to promote them after powerful magic has been learnt. Okay, let's go. Alright, victory conditions, defeat the Silver Knight. Do it in 16 turns, you unlock the Duelist. Okay. I don't know what the Duelist is. Let's begin this battle. You dare question Lord Balbazak's authority? Pele? Since when do I take orders from you? The only one I answer to is me. Watch it. You are only a mercenary. Do what you're told. Here, take your filthy money. I shall no longer follow your orders. I see. In that case, you are free to do as you like. He's gonna push him off the cliff, isn't he? Once I've finished dealing with you, you'll have all the time in the world to defend your honor in the afterlife. Vile fiend! Ah! I don't think that's the last we've seen of that guy. I think dude on the flying machine is gonna save him. Now, no one will stand in my way. The Shining Force will provide excellent target practice for my laser eye. What's that giant thing across the bridge? Perhaps it's one of those laser weapons they used in ancient times. Laser weapon? Is that like magic? Even I don't know the details, but apparently it uses highly focused light to create a powerful beam. Ah, I see. So we can't afford to mess around on the bridge, huh? Precisely. Everyone must cross the bridge and approach the enemy as fast as they can. Am I going to get to... Okay, so there's the laser eye. Warm-up sequence initiated. 10-9. So I'm assuming every turn it's going to count down. Ooh, nice! She got a kill finally. Got the Silver Knight card. No, it can't be. Don't think you've won yet. No matter how hard you try, you'll never make it across the plane. General Elliot will stop you dead in your tracks. That's how I interpreted that laugh. Receive the duelist. Inventory is full. Transfer to the item box. Oh, look! Pele made it! He climbed back up! Whew. If I hadn't got stuck on that branch, I would have been a goner. Hey, I know you! You're Perry, the guy in charge of the Shining Force? I saw the whole thing! You guys are crazy to take on the entire army of Runefaust. I love it! You're my kind of people! Is that a compliment? Yeah! You've got guts. I like that. I was fed up with the way Runefaust was doing things. Let me join up with you guys. Okay then. Welcome aboard. We got another knight. Having destroyed Runefaust's secret weapon, the laser eye, the Shining Force presses on and emerges at last from the steep mountainous terrain of Bustoke. Before them, the pale plain, which connects the western and eastern continents. Man, don't read the whole paragraph at once. Just read it word for word. Chapter 3, Secret Weapon of Runefaust. Epilogue. Well, here we are. We've reached our destination. Where? Well, the thing we're after is actually inside. This ancient machine bends time and space, allowing travel to distant lands. But there's no way a machine could do something like that. I mean, not that I doubt you or anything. Think nothing of it. Your suspicions are perfectly natural. Ah, humans. It's such a bother explaining things to them. If it were up to me... Eh? Ah, nothing. Don't mind me. We'd best get moving, or our pursuers will catch up. Too late. They're here. What? Yep, there we go. She just died. I think that's it. Now, what happens if I lose here? I'm really confused. Well, nothing to be worried about. I'm only dragging you down. I told you there's no need to worry about it. Enough talk. Let us go inside. So now I just don't get to do the rest of the fight. Now we'll finally be able to join up with the Shining Force. I don't know what I missed out by not doing the fight. Farewell, Runefaust. Farewell, Father. That's weird. It's really weird to me. I assumed I would have to start the fight over. I'm moving on. Dark Soul! What's the meaning of this? Do you mean to tell me you still haven't taken care of Guardiana? Forgive me, Your Highness. What exactly are Balbazak and Kane up to anyway? Balbazak is in Ulaanbaatar. He is working on our fortress there. Once the fortress is complete, we shall use it as a base to conquer the western continent. I see. And Lord Kane is on his way to Dragonia as planned. The secret of the legacy of the gods will soon be revealed. But then who's going to take care of those Guardiana wretches? Are you planning on sending Michaela again? No, Michaela has not been seen since her last encounter with them. After her marionettes were defeated, she slunk off somewhere to plot her revenge. I have asked Elliot to take care of the Shining Force, the remnants of Guardiana. Ah, General Elliot. There is no finer soldier in the land. Yes, my lord, you are absolutely correct. Those vermin will not escape their fate this time. I guess I will record my exploits, even though I failed that fight miserably. Chapter 4, The Great Fortress of Balbazak. In Pao, or Pao, however you say that. Having ventured out onto the Pao plain, the Shining Force spots a train of wagons. This is the Pao Caravan. It is the home of the people of Pao. Their town, so to speak. They are constantly traveling in search of new grazing for their livestock. The Pao Pigs. Pao Pigs. So we made it. We made it. Hello. Have you heard about General Elliot? Nope. General Elliot is one of the greatest warlords of Runefaust, but I'm sure he's not evil of heart. He saved us when bandits attacked this town. Oh, that guy looks cool. Stop and go, stop and go. This nomadic life is really starting to bother me. So, are you the one they call Perry? Yes. The guy in the corner wants to talk to you. Says it's important. Can I get behind you? Nope. He's a dragon! Ah, so you're Perry. How do you know my name? Surely. Calm down. You're right in what you're thinking. But first, listen to me. Runefaust used to be a small, peace-loving nation. Boo then. I think we found a typo. I think it's supposed to say but then, right? Right? But then Dark Soul came along and Ramladu changed. We couldn't stop Ramladu, so we're partly to blame, but we're not bad people. Perry, if you're really a hero, then please remember what I said. Okay? I know. While we're here, there's something else I should tell you. You know the legend of Dark Dragon, right? It's the oldest legend of all. Dark Dragon was left here with the legacy of the gods. Legend has it that the dragon sleeps deep underground. He was born into this world to destroy everything. I can't tell you much more, but Dark Dragon may awaken soon. What? Surely not. Is this Dark Soul's doing? I'm sorry, I can't tell you anymore. We cannot let the dragon wake. If he does, there will be no stopping him. That's all I can say. Oh, I almost forgot. My name is Elliot. I am the last remaining Dragonute on Earth. Except for the guy who's in my party, right? We travel all over the Pale Plains and we're getting ready to leave. Pale Pigs have a strange gift of being able to predict the future. Queen Coron reads what's in the Pale Pigs' minds and uses it to plan the country's future. Really? That's Queen Coron. I am the ruler of this land. You've met with Elliot, haven't you? He is a good man. He understands that Runefaust has chosen the wrong path, but if Elliot doesn't fight, Dark Soul will awaken Dark Dragon. If Dark Dragon awakes, the only one who can defeat him is you. That's what he said. Me? How could I possibly have the power to do that? I have no idea, but as a test of your strength, and to keep his warrior's pride intact, I think Elliot may challenge you to a fight. Preparations are complete. Ready for departure. This may sound a bit selfish of us, but I have no desire to see you and Elliot engage in battle. We shall leave this place once the caravan departs. Only the church and the HQ will remain. Settle your business, please. Let me know when your preparations... Oh my! Chest was empty. Quick chicken! Okay, sure. Elliot seeks a man of his caliber, or greater, to look after things in future. It may be possible to defeat Elliot, but Ulaanbaatar is another matter. That fort is impregnable. I am Ernest, the knight. My whole family was wiped out by Bulbazak. I will take soldiers with me to Ulaanbaatar, and I'll have my revenge. That is my dream. Well, there's a guy who's going to join the party. Sorry, talk to you. This is the Pale Caravan. The people of Pale travel the Pale Plains in it. There are stacks of weapons on sale here that I got on my travels. Before I buy something, I want to make sure I've looted all the chests. Welcome to Pale, the town is truly on the move. The train's leaving soon. We'll go along the north coast to Ulaanbaatar. Pale pigs are very clever creatures. Far cleverer than people, you know. I do now. The pale pig seems scared. I think something bad may be about to happen. Why don't I tell you about the beastmen of Bustoke? The Panthera. As their name suggests, these beastmen were like big cats. They ran like the wind. They were fast enough in the forest, but on the plains, even Zylo wouldn't keep up. They were an incredible race with formidable fighting power, but fighting is all they did. In the end, they died out. You probably won't talk to me. Nope, I didn't think so. Sorry, let's talk more later. I'm sorry, when I start talking about my beloved pictures, I just can't stop. A subject other than pictures? Now let me see. When I was a child, I admired the knights so much that I tried to train like they do. It was a waste of time. I'm totally useless when it comes to anything physical. Please excuse me, perhaps later we can talk. Taking out the enemy is what I do best. I'll show you the power of a real knight. As a hired knight, I've traveled all over Rune. Perry, you're quite something, but I've seen warriors stronger still. Yeah, this is a good time. Why don't I tell you about them? Training to unify his spirit. Another old Birdman spell. The love comes true spell. Was that a twinkle in your eye? Well, I suppose you're at that age, aren't you? So here's the spell. Take 16 bits of paper. Write the names of people you like. Every night, take one piece of paper and feed it to the Pale Pig at exactly midnight. When you've finished all 16 bits of paper, the spell is complete. Only you must feed them to a different Pale Pig each night, okay? If you feed them to the same one, the spell won't work. Burn built up the strength of his wings, hoping to fly higher than anyone. But that was a difficult challenge. High in the sky, the air is thin. There's a limit to how far wings can take you. Vern had many setbacks. He fell out of the sky, nearly losing his life many times. It was obvious. What would happen if we just sat there doing nothing? the Terra Whale would come through Bustoke and Manarina and end up in Guardiana. We held a council of war. Nova, Lord Varios, and of the band of knights, and yours truly. We must do something to intercept that thing immediately. Leaving the battle planning to Nova, I headed for Bustoke with a band of warriors. It's hard for the knights to fight around those mountains, you see. Oh, I'm too hungry. I can't even think of something I want to eat. The next enemy is the fair and square fighter, General Elliot. He'll probably adopt some fairly standard tactics. You could use warriors with good attack and defense to counter. Or you could try using people with excellent movement to blitz the enemy lines. It's a tricky decision. Are you prepared to depart? I suppose I am. There wasn't a back door in here, was there? Oh! Oh, look! Yogurt! What? Yogurt joins the Shining Force! Just out of nowhere. Yogurt joins! Yay! Okay. I don't know what he does. Alright, I'm gonna tell them they can move on. I hope that's not... I hope I didn't screw it up. He's fast, so I guess if he had to use them, he could carry items. Well, that's not bad. He could carry some heals. Kokichi is still alive. Oh, look, it's Peo. This is the first time I've ever flown out this far. There they are, the ones fighting Runefaust. I think I'll give him a hand. He's like a flying dwarf. Wait, can't stop. Just hold tight, guys. I'll be there in just a sec. Hamster dudes with helmets are like a game. Oh, okay. Hey, you're that weird old man from Bustoke. So you finally managed to finish those wings, huh? Show some respect, you punk. Yeah, after you folks left Bustoke, I finally got these things working. I didn't know until I heard it from the townspeople. You guys are the Shining Horse outfit that saved all of us, aren't you? Shining Horse. Yes, the Shining Horse outfit. I wouldn't be much of a man if I didn't thank you. And with that in mind, let me help you out by fighting with you. Huh? But come on, aren't you a little old for this? And it's not Shining Horse. Don't be so stuck up. The Shining Horse could use a flying ace like me. Kokichi joined the Shining Force. Kokichi joined the Shining Horse. I really want to make a World of Warcraft guild now called Shining Horse. I'll be at HQ, polishing my wings. I told you, it's not horse, it's force. Ah, you are Perry, aren't you? My name's Vankar. I regard myself as a knight, you know. Did you hear about me from Queen Koran? No. I'm Peo's bouncer. I suppose it's like getting money for my muscles. Queen Koran's orders. My life is yours, warrior. Koran, so the Queen of Pao was worried about us after all. Vankar joins the Shining Force. Where am I going for this fight? Here, victory conditions defeat Elliot. Clear bonus in 10 turns, Raging Drum. So the hour of battle has finally come, Shining Force. Come, Perry. Attack with all of your might. I will not hold back either. Perry, I've heard my father talk about General Elliot before. He's a warrior among warriors. He helped turn Runefaust from a tiny country into an empire. Get ready for a tough fight. General Elliot, I don't want to fight you, but I have a job to do too. I don't know my origins nor my true destiny, but until I find out, I can't afford to lose. Alright, I lied. We're going to go ahead and teleport out. Supernova, what is that? When did I get it? thank you guys very much for hanging out with me through tonight's game. We will probably do this fight again at least once tomorrow night. I mean, we will definitely do this fight again at least once. I don't know if we'll grind in it tomorrow night. Maybe I'll get some time in to do this fight 2 or 3 times before I start a stream. That would be wonderful. You guys have a wonderful night. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, as always, stay sharp and be excellent to each other. Have a great night.